around this time.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by the Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Toyota superior quality. So avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible. Drive with your lights on at night, and that's how to drive safe. And you say you've been using the Adenta Medina stretch of road, and you realize that the street lights are not functioning over the last 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, from Medina towards Adenta, you realize that the large or the longer stretch of it, the street lights have not been working for the past 2 weeks. Last weekend I used it, or last 2 weekends I used it. That last weekend as well I used it, and I realized that the street lights have not been working. Like if you are approaching or you are referred to Mensa, those areas that you should have this just a small portion of it having the lights on, and I think that that's a major highway that the Ghana Highways Authority or the municipality in charge should ensure that we have the street lights lit to enhance visibility on that stretch of road.
Now that you've spoken about Oyarifa arguments, it's important I talk about the Abokubi Teman Road.
Okay.
Now, the last time I said that, the MCE had held meeting with residents, and the plan was that the contractor was going to be on site in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that Thursday or Friday. And I was talking about that was about a month ago. The contractor did not show up on site.
Okay.
So as we speak, the road is in such a deplorable state.
Wow.
Now, the assembly, when I said even the road to the assembly's own office was terrible, the assembly went and graded their road. An indication that it is doable.
Yeah.
You see, an indication that it is doable. I do not understand why residents would have to complain all the time. I do not understand how these people who are using such poor roads are expected to be the ones contributing in helping to grade their roads, as has been a suggestion in the past.
Yeah. Quite a
Let
situation.
us get serious with the things that matter in this country.
Okay.
Let us get serious with the things that matter. Okay? The assemblies have a role they can play. The East Municipal Assembly has a role it can play. The Ministry of Roads and Highways has a major role to play. I cannot understand how the road to a municipal capital is in such a deplorable state.
A mess.
And there's something I want to tell officials of the East Municipal Assembly. When we were doing fixed Lekima roads, the Member of Parliament joined. Unfortunately for many of the people in Ghana East, Member of Parliament is Sarah Adjoa-Safo. As we speak, she's not here.
Yeah.
But the officials of the Assembly, including the MCE, can join the people, show the people that they care. In fact, one of the reasons I support the election of MMDCs is this.
Yeah.
Because that MMDCE would realize that her allegiance should be to the people,
not the appointing authority.
and not the appointing authority.
Yeah.
In whichever form, I think it's time we elected our MMDCEs so that they would now realize that we put them there.
There's actually a groundswell, according to NCC, that most Ghanaians want the executive powers of the president to be slashed so that at least they will have the opportunity to elect leaders to represent them at various levels. That way, it will check government and make governance effective. And that's the current conversation ongoing. Yesterday, I engaged the chairperson of the NCC, Madam Katleadi, and then these were the concerns being raised. And I hope that we get to that point of where you are talking about.
Well, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to us by Koba Payment App. Koba, our lives simplified. And Kingdom Boost at Kingdom Quality and Affordability are their hallmarks.
Something must be done.
You say. So, Samuel, yesterday I heard someone say, well, there was a fatal accident where he was.
I see.
But fortunately, nobody died. I got concerned because a fatal accident results in death. So if nobody died, then that would be a near fatal accident.
Okay.
So if somebody got injured, serious injuries, you say there was a near fatal accident.
Okay.
But not a fatal accident, because when you talk about fatal accident, it means there was death as a result of the accident. So you know how to say it right now.
Then that might break my heart.
Okay, so time now for news review brought to us by Milo Energy to go further and Enterprise Life's Family Income Security Plan. Enterprise, your advantage. And First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
Right, the Daily Guide, the big story there, Ghana records first monkeypox cases. Winston, this disease started somewhere in 1958 among the colonies of monkeys in the course of a research. And in 1970, we had the first transmission to human in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And since then, it has come to stay with human. And it's unfortunate that it is, showing again amongst human. And scientists are working hard around the corner to work on it. So, Ghana Health Service, as announced by the Director General, Dr. Kumar Boaji, yesterday at a press briefing, said that Ghana has recorded its first case in the eastern, Greater Accra, and western region. So, they are monitoring the case to ensure that we deal with it. We only hope that it will not get to a point where it will be a pandemic like the senior most of all the viruses. I'm talking about COVID-19 has done to us, so that we will not have it having a negative impact on our economy and all that.
Well, I mean, the Ghana Health Service has talked about how, what we need to do. We have seen the impact of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And so for all of us, we don't need to go through this again. Now that we know the impact and now that we know what we have to do, and this one we're finding out what to do in order to prevent it. Let's all, adhere to the preventive measures.
Yeah.
As well as it doesn't have a cure, you can, treat it. So why don't you prevent it?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. All right. The other story has to do with supporting government to green Ghana. It comes with a picture of Samuel Abujanapo. Last the media edition, the target was 5 million trees. They, according to the ministry, per statistics from the Forestry Commission, they were able to plant 7 million, exceeding about 2 million difference and all that. So this time around, they are targeting 20 million trees to be planted. So that's what the minister has announced. But I've always held a different opinion about the planting of trees, because we've had antecedents where the planting of trees have not been something that we say is feasible or something that is really working the magic for us to preserve our vegetation. You notice that the seedlings they even provide, whether they are adaptive, is another issue for us to discuss. I'm thinking that why can't government look at a different perspective? We have other countries, I've been reading about other countries, the strategy they use is that you are able to calculate carbon content. Let's say this forest reserve has this content that it can emit into the environment. So what they do is that they engage the local authorities there, give them what we call the carbon credit, or give them money at the end of the year or within some periods, so that they will be able to manage such reserves and prevent any degradation of the forest. But realize that the existing forests have been depleted and we are now planting trees. I think it doesn't make any sense, though, that every year we pump money into planting of trees and at the end we tell you that cattle have gone to graze on those seedlings and all that. Sack lazy public sector workers, coming from Thomas Kosi Boafo. And the back page of the Daily Guide talks about Liverpool rejecting buying 30 million euros money bid, and Blatter too ill to testify at fraud trial. Homo Marathon fixed for July 30. And these are the stories making headlines on the back page of the Daily Guide.
Well, the daily graphic for this morning says, rains batter Accra roads. Minister deploys mobile maintenance unit to fix problems. And, story by Emmanuel Boni and Benjamin Glover says, the recent rains have exposed the poor state of many roads in some parts of Accra and the Tema metropolis, and a number of tarred roads have had their surfaces washed away, while others had developed potholes and gullies. And tarred roads have not been spared either, as they are in a terrible state.
Wow.
But we're told that the Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amwakwata, says the mobile maintenance unit of the ministry has been deployed to rehabilitate all roads in the country that had been affected by the recent rains.
Really?
But, one thing this story talks about, and one thing the reporters talk about, is the fact that it has exposed the poor state of many roads. And there's a road in front of Accra Academy, there's Accra Academy Road, and it's supposed to be an asphalted road, and you could just look at it. After the rains, you get straight to, the surface is off.
Yeah.
It tells you one thing also, and we saw around, the last time it rained, how some of the asphalted roads all of a sudden
Suffering depression and all that.
Now, what it tells you,
Yeah.
or what it brings to the fore, is the quality of our roads. Not just road construction, But you ask yourself, what is the quality of the roads we construct?
Yeah.
Can those roads withstand the weather? When the rains come, like we say in Ghana,
Yeah.
can the roads stand it? Unfortunately, we're beginning to see it. And there are a lot of roads, particularly untarred roads, that are also being affected by the rains. And so there's a lot to be done.
Well, I think that technically, the construction of a road network should take into consideration the climate of that area. You can't use the same materials you are using for the southern part of the country to northern part, because we know very well that there are rains in the southern part than the northern part. There is heat there. You notice that they're going to construct roads. In the heat season, these roads will suffer depression at the end. You see potholes on the road. I think they can revise that, and then we'll have better road network in the country.
And still on the front page of the Daily Graphic, GHS records 5 cases, so Ghana records 5 cases of monkeypox. COVID-19 influenza still lacking, and illegal Chinese miners jailed 15 years. The back page says Afari Military Hospital ready by December. So, which are the contractors who are working on the 500-bed military hospital Afari in the Achiman-Wabieja district of the Ashanti region of giving an assurance that the hospital will be ready for inauguration by December this year.
The Daily Statesman, let's embrace Green Ghana as a national agenda, Lance Minister. We've already spoken about that. Ghana confirms 5 cases of monkeypox. It's on the front page of the Statesman. And Germany 1, England 1. Jack Grealish should start next game after impressive Monique cameo. And Sadio Mane, a story about Liverpool rejecting 30 million euros.
What's the guy's name again? Jack what?
Grealish. Oh?
Jack what?
Grealish. Or was it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jack Grealish. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but I was hearing Jack Grealish.
No, Grealish. Grealish should start.
There's no green in there. There's no green in there.
Yeah, it's Grealish. It's a German, so.
It's actually an English name.
It's an English name. Oh, okay.
Hey, Mbura.
Because I don't follow.
Please.
I like local. I like local
explain.
teams. So if it were to be Kotoko, fine.
Oh, you support Kotoko?
I support Kotoko.
Mention 5 Kotoko players.
Oh, come on. You can't keep me on the spot like that.
But you say if you were to be the local. Hey, Mura, the things people say. You said, I support the local league. I said, mention 5 Kotoko players. You
5
say
Kotoko players.
I'm putting you on the
5
spot.
Kotoko players.
Yes.
You want me to mention 5 defenders or strikers or?
Please don't. 5 players. Players are players. You see, you don't know. Anyway, are you done with the Statesman?
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Okay, so let's get to the Business Finder and Commonwealth Business Forum. CBG MD engages British Prime Minister. And so we're told that, at the Commonwealth Business Forum, the MD of the Consolidated Bank Ghana, that's Daniel Ado, met with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. And also on the front page, Dr. Bawumia officially launches No Guarantor for Students Loan Scheme. And we're told that the Vice President, has officially launched the No Guarantor for Students Loan policy, which takes effect this academic year. And the policy builds on the government's comprehensive program of expanding educational opportunities for the youth. And effective this year, all eligible tertiary students can access loans by submitting their Ghana cards to the Students Loan Trust Fund. And so the critical first step is that has been removed. But of course, the good thing about the Ghana card, and once you use that, you can be found.
Okay.
You will be found. In the past, the fear was, what if you do not pay? Now you will be found out. I mean, if you do not pay. And so the Ghana card goes a long way in helping us achieve it. And of course, tomorrow is Green Ghana Day. I have my seedlings, which I'll be planting. I'm still thinking of where to plant
mangoes
them. Come again?
Are you using mango or what are you using?
I have coconut.
Okay.
I will plant that one. No, I will not be a bad one. I guess you enjoy from it. Anyway, let's get to our online news reviews brought to us by Zenith Bank. In your best interest, Goyle Good Energy at Eden Heights Luxury has a new destination. Now, Goyle, your oil marketing company of choice, keeps making life so convenient for you. Goyle now access Momo for all fuel purchases at key selected stations. Just remember to Momo it at Goyle. And that's not all. You can also use your bank card to buy fuel at Goyle, and this is made possible by APSA. Drive to Goyle stations now, buy your fuel, pay by Momo or a bank card, and you're good to go. Visit Goyle social media platforms: Facebook, Goyle.official, Instagram, Goyle_GH, and Twitter, on Goyle_official. For more information on the service stations, you can conveniently use Momo. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle, yeah, yeti. Now, your home is more than where you lay your head. Your Eden Heights home gives your family the best quality of life with a full-size football pitch, tennis courts, basketball courts, squash courts, swimming pool, gyms, and so much more. In fact, there's an outdoor gym. Okay. I have been to Eden Heights, just 2 minutes behind, 2 minutes from the West Hills Mall.
Okay.
And look, Samuel, you should see it. It is a nice community.
Okay.
They have all the amenities, tarred roads, asphalted roads.
How affordable is it?
Very affordable. Very affordable. Just write these numbers down, okay? Don't take it from me. Take it from them. Call them on 0501 531444 or 0501 531445 or visit the website edenheights.com and you would see it for yourself. Like we say, seeing is believing. And let's get to my Joy99.7FM. Consuming bushmeat cannot spread monkeypox, Kumasi traders in there. And the advisory role of the Council of State is redundant. That's according to Professor Ajimandia. Let's get to citynewsroom.com this morning. And it says, more personnel deployed to Ghana's borders amidst terror threats. That's according to Interior Minister Ambrose Derry. And government still eyeing 8% inflation target despite recent increases. That's according to the minister, Deputy Finance Minister John Kumar.
What is the current inflation rate?
27.6%.
Wow. As at March, it was what, 23.6 or so?
As at March, it was 19%.
Oh, okay.
Then
So
in April, it moved to 23.6. March was 19.3.
Okay.
April, it moved to 23.6. And then it's moved to 27.
So the big question is, what can they do to bring it down to the single digit?
You've asked a very important
what
question.
Can they do?
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find out what they can do.
Right.
I'm sure he can provide us with more answers on, what they can do. But on BBC this morning says severe Donetsk battle. Well, no, I think it's a town actually.
No, okay.
Severodonetsk battle may decide East Ukraine's fate. That's according to Zelensky.
They've still not given up. They are still fighting.
Oh yes, they've not given up. They're still fighting. Zelensky is, president of Ukraine.
It's a hard guy.
Well, let's get to the BBC News now. Brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Edlom Housing, where quality and spacious homes cost less, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
This is a bank. First Atlantic Bank, a shiny purple star to brighten up my day. First Atlantic Bank, professionally different services all day long. First Atlantic Bank, and it feels so cool. I know this is where I belong. Come on, everybody, this is a bank like no other. First Atlantic.